I think I was watching a replay and Wack was talking about when you had pressed that bitch, Chrisean, in the
Yeah,
studio.
yeah. Oh
What
God.
happened? I never heard about that shit.
Nah.
I want to know.
Oh God, y'all. Nah,
Like I said,
Hey, I
he
ain't hear
stood up
about
hella
that
quick on
either.
her.
Yeah, I'm trying to know what happened.
nah, I almost had to mark her out at the studio, but that bitch know how to pick her little battles and shit. We was at the 100 at the a wax studio, and she was in like the big studio room. My niece was recording because my niece is a rapper, and she always record at wax studio. So Chrisean come in here and kind of like try to punk us for the room, basically. Like, oh, let
Oh
me plug
hell
up.
no.
Cause when you come in, they be like, oh, you gonna plug up, plug up. So she like, hey, I'm about to plug up. I was like, no, you not. You ain't about to plug up shit up in here. So she thought she could say her little shit. She was talking like, oh, let me call Blue, let me call Blue. But like me, I'm the type, when I go around places, I don't be like, I'm Wack friend, I'm Wack. I just sit back like I'm a regular ass person and I just wait till somebody do some weird shit. And then, you know what I mean, I express to them my powers and shit. So I was just kicking back like, bitch, the motherfucker who you gonna call, I'ma call the motherfucker that tell him what to do. You feel me? So
That's a fact.
you know what I mean? So I stood up and that bitch, and then it was all this expensive equipment. I was about to max her out because she stood up. I stood up, and then I'm thinking Wack gonna trip because it's all that expensive at, we in the studio. That bitch is gonna be up under all that shit. And then she ended up leaving. Wack calls. She can't come to the studio no more to this day because of that. And Wack got mad at me. He was like, bitch, you from PPP. You was supposed to max that bitch out. You was supposed to tear that whole motherfucker up. I was like, all right. Now I know.
Shit,
I
yeah,
thought he
now
was
you
getting
know.
mad.
Shit, now you know.
What's up with y'all? What's up with
Everybody
Philly
up.
too?
I don't know about that.
I
I
And
don't
don't
she
know,
know.
really acts
bro.
like that in person. Me and her got into it at the studio. I got her put out the studio.
Oh, for
I
That's
And
real?
swear to
Phoenix,
crazy.
I
God.
was
For real,
telling
Philly?
him.
She tried to fight
Yeah.
Hey,
you in
Felix, she
real?
really got them hands
She
though.
tried to
Okay,
she
one more
tried to
PTR.
fight my niece. And I
Yeah, tell
jumped
us your
up because
story,
she
Phoenix.
she was like, well, it's in the studio. There's a studio and it's a B room to the left. The A studios were all the popular Blueface, Mozzie, everybody being there. The people who are, just up and coming, they more go to the smaller studio. So my niece is a rapper. Her name is Hurricane Kimura. She always records at the studio. She got red hair. They all know her up there. That's my niece. So my niece was in the A studio and Rock coming there like she running shit. Hey, can I plug up? Hey, plug me up. Like, like we gonna stop what we doing. And I'm like, no, we not. No, you most certainly cannot. And she tried to do that little shit where she moved around my niece. I jumped up and I let her know, bitch, if I stomp you out and knock you down, bitch, I'm taking that chain. All that Blueface ain't getting it back. None of that. So Wack made it where she couldn't come to the studio no more. She can't even come up there. That bitch act like that in real
Wow.
life. She off the chain in real life.
Dun dun
Yeah,
dun dun.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. And she's really
Phoenix about
rough.
to put her
No,
down real quick.
Hmm.
And
they
she's
don't even
really
they
rough
don't
just
even
took me
match.
out.
Now,
Now,
what we say
when
that
we say that
And
she
she's